Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Patricia if you're new here, and today we are talking food. Today I'm collaborating with Mama from Scratch to share a favorite holiday recipe. So one thing that I often make for all the potlucks for my holidays, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, is creamed corn. My family loves the creamed corn that I make, but I've shared that with you. So today I thought I would go on the dessert side and share with you a biscotti. And it's kind of different than your typical Christmas cookie because it's not overly sweet, there's no peppermint, and it's not totally drenched in chocolate, but I did find a way to squeeze some chocolate in there. This is a recipe from Giada De Laurentiis. In fact, I first tried it about 7 years ago, so my skills have improved. I'm excited to do it again. The flavors in this biscotti are lemon and almond, and I think it's a perfect time of year to have something like that to kind of cut back on the overly sweet stuff, but still give yourself a treat. So here are the steps I took to make my biscotti.
So in a large bowl, we're going to first prepare all the dry ingredients. The exact recipe will be linked below if you want more specific measurements. But in this bowl, we're going to be using 2 cups of flour and 3/4 cup of cornmeal. So the cornmeal gives it that really awesome texture that biscotti sometimes has. We're also going to be adding 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then you give everything just a quick whisk to make sure it's all incorporated, and then set that bowl aside. And now we're going to work on the wet ingredients. In this bowl, we're going to blend 1 cup of sugar with 3 large eggs. I just used a hand mixer. You can use that or a stand mixer, so that's fine as well. Once it's all blended together and it's like a pale yellow, we're going to then add the lemon zest. Now the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons. I didn't measure, I just used the zest from 3 lemons. Then you're going to give that a quick stir, and it's time to blend the 2 ingredients together. So just little by little, I incorporated the flour into the wet bowl and just kept stirring. It is a sticky dough, but you'll eventually get there. I did it all by hand. I didn't need to use a mixer, but you could if you wanted to. I had sliced almonds on hand, so I added 3/4 cup and then just mixed it in. If you have whole almonds, you can crush them up and add them, although I'm sure they would taste delicious if you wanted to go completely nut-free. Now it's time to form our log, so you want to make sure your hands are wet because again, this is a pretty sticky dough and that'll prevent it from sticking. So you're going to form 2 logs. Now the recipe says about 9 inches long or so and 3 inches wide, and I did sort of measure because I didn't want to mess up, but you can just eyeball it to make sure they're to your liking. Now it's time to bake the logs for about 35 minutes. I think it's on 325. Again, the link will be down below for the recipe. And now once they're cooled for about 5 minutes, you're going to take a serrated knife and cut them lengthwise on a little bit of a diagonal. The serrated knife will help prevent any crumbling or breaking because at this point it's already getting a little bit crumbly. You're then going to lay the biscotti cut side up and put them back into the oven until they're pale golden, which for me was about 25 more minutes. Now once they come out, they are done. That's it. You can leave them plain, and to be honest, I sort of wish I left more of mine plain. So I did take it a step further and I melted some white chocolate chips and dipped only half, although if I were to do this again, I might just do the bottom or I might leave it off altogether because the lemon is so good and the chocolate did overwhelm it a little bit. So I have several ideas for how to present these. Now I don't often get to host holidays, so sometimes I like to bring little gift favors that people can take and eat the next morning, or you can give this as a side to a gift. In fact, you can pair it with a coffee gift card or a new mug or a coffee press, but I like to just keep it simple and wrap them in parchment paper or a paper bag, and then everyone can take them home and eat them the next morning or even on the car ride.
So here they are, my twice baked biscotti. They are so good. Even plain, I think sometimes the stuff on top can really overwhelm the almond and the lemon, so you do want to take it easy. You don't want to add too many extra flavors. I love how crunchy biscotti is, so you can dip it into your coffee and it sort of absorbs and becomes soft. Plus when you do have a little bit of chocolate, that starts to melt and then it starts to flavor your coffee. It is just the perfect cookie experience. So thank you to Mama from Scratch for the invitation. I am so happy to be joining you. Her video along with the other participants will be linked down below, and please go watch them because not everyone's doing dessert. You might actually get a new recipe that you can make for dinner this holiday season. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I'd love to have you as a subscriber of mine. I have a giveaway coming next week as well as some DIYs, and we're just going to take it easy and have some fun as we approach Christmas, and then we'll get into the organizing and decluttering once again in January. So thank you all for watching, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye.
No.